It's the Champions League, and for the first time in however many years, as City fans, as that's what I am, don't have to actually worry for once, which is great because we got knocked out. So we can just enjoy the game for what it is. A massive clash today between Bayern Munich and Real Madrid in what was no doubt the trickiest side of the draw. Raymond is crying. Always look on the bright side, Raymond. Always look on the bright side. That's how I'm going to view it. As I say, we can just chill, enjoy some good football. Really interesting side put out by Bayern today, for example. I'm very excited to watch Musiala, one of my favourite players to watch in recent times. Obviously, Leroy Sané, Bellingham, Tchouaméni, some really talented players, and it's just to be a fun, chilled out time. As I say, it doesn't matter what the result is. We can just enjoy the game for the sake of the enjoyment. Hello, Austin, who says a score predictions. Well, it's in Germany, so I'm going to go low scoring. I know that I said low scoring for the quarterfinals and it turned out to be anything but. I'm going to, again, reiterate, I think it will be a low scoring affair. I will say that Bayern will win, only by 1 goal though. I think both sides will score, but 2-1. 2-1, so still relatively low scoring, not like a 3-2 or a 4-3 situation. I'll say Bayern to just about edge it. Hello, Rich, how you doing? And Raymond says this Champions League was ours. It's a shame it's not a thing, but there you have it, and there you go. If you're watching on the YouTube, please leave a like on the stream, guys. It is much appreciated if you are able to do it. Guys, get your score predictions in as well. What do you guys reckon? And are you also looking on the bright side that we could just chill out and enjoy the game and watch the game for what it is? From an England perspective, some big players, obviously, Kane and Bellingham. But yeah, I'm just hoping for a good game. Shout out to you, Austin. Thank you so much for that. I'm just hoping for a good game, to be honest. That's all I'm after. An entertaining affair would be ideal. Austin says 4-2 to Bayern. That would be an entertaining affair. And yeah, I don't really have a horse in the race as to who wins. I just want to enjoy the game. I've got cookies as well. Because why not? Hello, Sam. How you doing, mate? Score predictions in, guys, if you haven't already told me what you're feeling today. I'm just trying to think about what would be my preferred Champions League final. PSG versus Real Madrid would be such an interesting... yeah, Rich, how are you doing, mate? It would be such an interesting final, wouldn't it? The whole Mbappe narrative, he's definitely going to Real Madrid. Imagine if he actually met them in the final and ended up like knocking them out or whatever. That would be really interesting. Conversely, no, Dortmund-Bayern would also be interesting. It would be a repeat of the 2013 final. It would be an all-German affair. Think what would be the sexiest final? It probably would be Real Madrid PSG, wouldn't it? As I say, that whole Mbappe storyline. But we shall have to see what we see. Yeah, get jealous also. They're just standard rainbow cookies, but they are nice. San says 3-2 Bayern. I want Sané to go and win the Champions League. It's a good shout. I would love it if Leroy was able to do that. You guys know how much I love Leroy. Austin says, give me the cookies. I can't, mate. That's not how it works, I'm afraid. That is not how it works. Hello, Random Gaming. Real Madrid probably will win the Champions League, but I want Dortmund to win. Why do you want Dortmund to win? Is that just because they haven't won it? I don't think they've won it since the 90s, have they? I don't think they've won it since the 90s, so that would be interesting from that perspective. PSG have obviously never won it, so that might be interesting. I don't know. I just think it would be quite funny if Mbappe ended his PSG career just never winning a Champions League. That might be quite funny. Done the underdogs, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Alan says 2-1 to Bayern. Hello, Face Talks. How you doing, mate? I don't even know what to predict. Hope Bayern can win the Champions League. Interesting. Why do you want Bayern to win? Is it because of the Leroy factor, or to be fair, it would be pretty good from a Harry Kane perspective if first trophy he wins in his career is the Champions League. That's pretty boss. I was like, Bayern, fair play. Hello, Zeno. I don't want Bayern to win. I have a Harry Kane agenda to run. What's your Kane agenda specifically, Zeno? The Leroy fact. Yeah, I hope Leroy plays well. Musiala, I hope plays well because he's one of my favourite players to watch. And it's hopefully going to be a fun time. Hello, RC. I feel like it's been a while. How are we doing? I think 1-0 to Madrid. Bellingham scores the goal. If they do win the Champions League, Bellingham for Ballon d'Or. 100% RC. Yeah, if Real Madrid win the Champions League, there's no doubt Bellingham will win the Ballon d'Or. We all know that's... The Ballon d'Or is very Champions League slash continental, international tournament focused. So there's no chance a City player wins it now, unless, like, Foden... is the player of the tournament at the World Cup. There's no chance that Foden's going to get there, or Rodri. Same with Spain, because we get knocked out to the quarters. It's basically impossible to get into that podium. But we shall see what we see. And good to see you, RC. Austin says, I wish Kane wasn't on penalties at the Euros. He's a good take, to be fair. He just happened to bottle one of them against France. But even then, RC, even then, they'd probably give it Bellingham at that point, wouldn't they? Because if Real Madrid win it. So I'd be very, very surprised. Stranger things have happened, but I'd be very, very surprised. The PR is too strong. Zion says, him going to Bayern and then going trophyless for the first time in 12 years after us hearing what he will do. But that's a good point. It would be... I mean, it is hilarious what's happened already, to be fair. Like, Bayer Leverkusen never won a Bundesliga title since Kane joins, they do. It's very unfortunate for him. All yellow cards have been wiped, by the way. So no one's going to miss this game. As I understand it. Or rather, if you get a yellow card here, it means you won't miss the next game. That's what I'm trying to say. Very interesting. I suspect that Bayern will be the better side. But Real Madrid will obviously cause them some issues, potentially on the counter, etc., etc. Maybe like a similar game to the Etihad. The good thing for Real Madrid is they'll have the second leg at the Bernabeu, so even if they lose like 1-0, they will still definitely be in it because of that home soil advantage. That is such a big plus at playing the second leg at home. As we found against Real Madrid last season in particular. Let's just have a good game though, boys. A good, clean game, yeah? Hello, Ahmed. Which team do I want to win the title? I don't really have a horse in the race. I don't really mind. But Leroy Sané, we all love Leroy. So I guess if you have to push me, I'll just go Bayern because I also like Musiala, one of my favourite players to watch. So I'll go for him. Big Popper. Hello, Big Popper. I know exactly what's going to happen. Bellingham's awful over 2 legs against us. Then he'll play okay against a shit Bayern. They beat PSG in the final and he wins the Ballon d'Or. You watch. Wouldn't surprise me, Big Popper. It's long been established that that Ballon d'Ors always it's about accolades, not necessarily what is warranted or deserved. And yes, RC, that is correct. That is definitely a correct thing. Owen won it in what was it? 2001? Was that either 2001 or 2003? I think it was 2001. Yeah, so that'll be over 20 years. Christ. Paolo says the only thing I want is for PSG not to win it. Why is that? I don't particularly mind if PSG win it. Hello, Andrew, you beautiful man. Football's too expensive now. £100 a month. Can't afford that. Oh, we've kicked off. What's £100 a month, Andrew? Do you mean like the Sky and BT packages? If so, then yeah, there's a reason why lots of people use dodgy streams. I'm not endorsing it, guys, but I'm just saying there is a reason why lots of people use dodgy streams. I'm not endorsing it. I'm just saying it's a thing. Yeah, learn. I mean, sadly, I guess I've never really thought about it too extensively because obviously, like, my players have never been involved in the podium, so I've never really been interested. But the more you look into it, the more it is like, Oh, here we go. Bayern are already in the Real Madrid box. And oh, we've already forced a save. Goodness me. Real Madrid immediately trying to live life on the edge. And here they go, trying to get ahead on the counter-attack with Rodrigo and Vinicius. I've seen this story before, guys. I've seen this story. Yeah, I mean, like we all know who should have won it last year. For example, it's just a joke at this point. Hello, Mailed, how you doing? Nice hoodie in your profile picture. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Listen to the game on the radio. All that, Zeno, all that. Just if you want to visually watch it with your eyeballs, it might be a thing. It's annoying because in other countries, it's like much cheaper. I don't know the exact amount, but you know, in countries like, you know, in India, even in like North America, wherever, it seems to be a lot cheaper. It just seems to be like, you know, North Macedonia, Serbia, I know it's a lot cheaper there. So I suppose if you got a VPN, you could do that, couldn't you? Bellingham's already fallen over. Interesting. And he was offside anyway. You used to listen on the radio. Yeah, it can be useful, especially if you're driving somewhere. Like I remember, like when we drove to away games, we'd always have like, you know, the radio on, listening to like rival situations. Hello, Scorpio. Lovely to see you, mate. How are you doing? Spent a cat playing the Prem. I hope they plant that. Sadly, Zeno, we all know that ain't happening. That's a good idea, though, to be fair. The excess money that you would have spent on wages, put it back into, you know, industry and what's it? It was a close fight last year. Just Fat Horn didn't do much in the crucial part. That's the reason he lost the Ballon d'Or. Rich, here's my issue, matey, with that. Who had a better season last year? Was it Haaland or was it Messi? Of course, the answer's Haaland. Messi wasn't even the best player at PSG that year. That was Mbappe. So he wasn't even the best player at his own club. Exactly. And the Ballon d'Or is all about who's had the best season. That's what the Ballon d'Or is. Or that's what it should be, anyway. But it was given to Messi because he won the World Cup. That we all know that's why. Had France won, had France happened to win that coin toss of a penalty shootout, then Mbappe probably would have won it. So so by that logic, we're saying that a penalty shootout is the reason why one player won the Ballon d'Or but another didn't, which is ridiculous. Like, it's just makes no sense. Makes no sense. Mbappe would have won. Exactly, Rich. And that's wrong, isn't it? So we're saying that based on a penalty shootout, that is what establishes who wins the Ballon d'Or. That seems very incorrect to me. That's again, this is that thing we talked about before after the Real Madrid game. Outcome bias, outcome analysis. That's what that's all about. There is an award for being the best player at the World Cup. It's called the Golden Ball Award. That's what Messi won. Big difference. As long as Messi won the World Cup, didn't matter. No, and that's the most annoying thing, isn't it? Because as soon as he won it, everyone was like, "Yeah, Messi's won the Ballon d'Or." I was like, "But guys, there's a whole however long left again. Bayern in Real Madrid's box, and it's a corner." Yeah, again, it's like if people are already deciding it, then that is inherently wrong in my humble view. That's fixed award. Van Dijk should win it. Salah 18, in my opinion. The Van Dijk one is tricky. I think, to be fair, that season, I do think that it would have been correct if Van Dijk won it. But I also don't necessarily disagree with Messi winning it, if that makes sense. That year, it was a lot closer. I don't think that was necessary. In fact, I think the voting was like, you know, only like two people voted differently. So that was basically 50-50. So I was fine with Messi winning the Van Dijk year. I wasn't fine with him winning the Lewandowski year. I didn't think that was right. But yeah. Did Bayern have a chance? So far, they've been in the ascendancy, Scorpio. So far, they have been the better side. But we all know that ain't relevant. I've just realised, sorry, I was wrong. Carvalho has been suspended because he got booked in the City game, didn't he? Sorry, don't you worry. Hey, Rich, it's good. It's good to talk. The good thing about this community, guys, is that Leroy, Harry Kane, and it's straight down the middle. Is that, you know, we eliminate all of the toxicity. We're not interested in dealing with that shit. Hello, Fi. How are we doing? Good fish, mate. Good fish. Hello, Noob King. Bayern better not ruin my hate watch. So again, I don't really have any strong feelings either way for this game. But Musiala and Leroy, I do like. So I'm going to be rooting for them. I did, Jay Anderson. I did. Leroy. Nice little back heel. Straight down the middle by Harold. Intercepted. Oh, hey, there's a counter-attack here. If Harry Kane can find Leroy Sane, and he can take... Oh, he took the shot too far wide. It dragged him out slightly. He still took the shot. Tight angle, blazed over in the end. That's good, though, from Bayern, though. Again, that touch from Sane is so poor. He would have had an opportunity for a proper, decent 1v1. Big up, Jay. Banking sounds very stressful. That sounds very stressful, Jay Anderson. So shout out to you. Shout out. I opted to go for an even less stressful route and started to just watch football. Shout out to all my Andrew, for example. You're a massive super chatter. Shout out to Andrew. Shout out to all my members. If you guys would like to become a member and help support the channel, allow me to continue making videos like this, you can click the join button, or the link is in the video description. It's £3 a month. You get lovely perks. You will get welcomed into the Ultras Club, and I will love you forever. And also you get a little gold name badge. If you would like to, if you are able to. Hello, KX. It says this Tane guy is proper dog. Whoa, KX. Whoa. Respect him. Respect him. Is Ancelotti sitting back again? Haven't watched yet. Says Frank. They've certainly been the less aggressive side, but it's not really been a massive low block by them or anything. No, it's been pretty balanced. They're actually trying to play some football. As Bellingham's dispossessed again, and Kane tries to take it from nearly the halfway line, and that was always going over. Goodness me. It's going to sound like I've got a bit of an agenda, guys, but so far, Jude Bellingham's lost the ball twice, and he's carrying on how we left off in his previous game. Let's say that. Hello, FaZe, how are you? Not in Buffalo. Fair enough, Jay. Good to know if you're happy. Thoughts on food? Depends on the food, KX. What are we talking? Musiala. What have you got for me, Jamal? Oh my, I hope you're okay, mate. Kane better turn up just like he used to turn up against us. Well, he tried to take a long shot from, as I say, around the halfway line. Bayern are beating Ramage's press far too easily. Here's Leroy tearing it up down the middle. That's a lovely little flick into Musiala. Carries on the attack. There's bodies in the box now. 4 of them. 5 of them. Musiala, too much. Gives away the ball. What a shame. Wouldn't be interested in eating that, to be honest, KX. Richards, have you noticed something? The Arsenal Madrid block are all hypes like no one's ever done it, or like a masterclass bad performance treat like anti-football. That's the way it's always going to be, Rich, because obviously City are the big boys, so if anyone does anything to them, regardless of like the performance, if anyone's able to not lose to City, then it becomes a talking point, and no matter what, it's always how this team stops City, and that's all that matters. That's what I've noticed anyway. No worries at all. Have a good evening. Ever tried to live it? Never have, FaZe, never have. Got no interest in trying that. Do you think Bayern would win the Champions League when they bought Kane? Oh, if City were out, it was definitely, yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, 100%, because like, well, I remember at the time people were like, oh, why is Kane going to Bayern, to win a Bundesliga when they always win it? But I was like, but they could win the Champions League. That's big. Kane could be the difference maker there. They haven't probably replaced Lewandowski. So that's probably a good shout, to be fair, Andrew. They just obviously haven't been playing well this season relative to how they normally play. See, Jude's future... Probably Bellingham. Yeah, I can see that, definitely. Definitely. Pinky toes. What are your thoughts, Cakes? Can you explain that draw against Madrid and Arsenal that helped Rodgers' unbeaten streak? It's rules, but make it make sense for an argument. Right, okay, guys. Here is the situation. So, Rodri has been unbeaten. I believe KX can confirm this because he is Scottish. Kane's been unbeaten since the Scotland game. Now, in those two games, in that period, sorry, a good step up by Bayern as they win it back. So I'm just going to talk about this attack here. Getting into the box now. Bayern Munich, Musiala on the edge of the box. He's got Harry Kane. He goes for goal and it's blazed over. What a waste. Yeah, now there have been 2 penalty knockouts exits by Rodri in that time in the Community Shield and against Real Madrid in the Champions League. Now, some people, because they don't understand the laws of the game, have questioned why doesn't that mean that he's therefore lost the game? In the official IFAB laws of the game, it specifically states, I think it's rule 11.3. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it's rule 11.3. If a game ends in a penalty shootout, the result has already been determined. The penalty shootout is only used to determine who wins a trophy or who proceeds to the next round. So if a game ends in a draw and then there's a penalty shootout, it is still a draw, statistically and based on the actual result. The reason why that is the case is because otherwise you would be left in a situation where a team can win a game whilst also losing it at the same time, which is clearly an impossible thing to have happen. Think of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich in the 2012 season. Real Madrid won the first leg, 2-1, I think. Bayern Munich then won the second leg 2-1. Sorry, no. Bayern won the first leg 2-1. Real Madrid won the second leg 2-1. So then it went to penalties in the game that Real Madrid won 2-1. But Bayern went through. So you can't say that Bayern won that game because they lost 2-1. You can't have a situation where a team wins and loses at the same time. So that is the explanation that are either draws, Rich. Hopefully that makes sense. It's basically to stop situations like that where you win and lose at the same time. Jason, shout out one of my beautiful members of the Ultras Club. Hope you're enjoying your perks and your lovely golden name. I honestly feel like if we got Kane, we would have still gotten a Haaland next season because it would work. Jason, tell me more. I personally don't see a world where they'd work together in a Pep team, but let me know what you're thinking. We'd have to change the system entirely, that's for sure. Don't think it's lost since we demolished and embarrassed his whole squad. He cried afterwards. Yes, that's the one. KX, yes, the Scotland game. Thanks. My best football analyst that I see his face second best Man City counter. Whoa, only second best. That's outrageous. Outrageous. How could you do that to me? Hello, I'm Guardiola. Thoughts on Branthwaite? Is he a realistic target for City to replace Walker and Stones backup? Well, he's left-footed, isn't he? So I can't really see him as a Walker replacement. I know he can play right centre-back, but he is left-footed, so that'd be a bit weird. I personally don't see it. Balling over the top and straight to the Real Madrid goalkeeper. It's been all Bayern so far. Real Madrid haven't yet had a shot. Haven't yet had a shot. Leroy's been playing well. Again, they're just so... Real Madrid are just so wasteful. Into Harry Kane. They just keep trying to pump it up. Like, it's like... Musiala takes a shot well wide. Should sign Wan-Bissaka, 40 million. I don't think so, KX. You can keep him. You can keep him. Kanji to shift to right back. He'll take his place as centre-back. Walker technically defender. That's what I meant. Oh, I understand. I still think there are better options out there, personally. I'm Guardiola. I like Branthwaite, but I think he'd cost like 50 million. I think that we can probably get a better, cheaper option. Better in terms of what we need. I don't think is really what we need. Kane will play where Alvarez was envisioned to play this season. Kane's always like to go in the box. Oh, so you think in a second striker situation? It would be interesting. I don't know how good it would be, but it would certainly be interesting. The core defensive masterclass if the big teams play a low block against City. Yeah, I know. That's how it works. And that's how it will always work. To the better sides. Rich, I simply can't because he said I'm only your second favourite account, so I simply can't do that. Who's your favourite Real Madrid player? Whatever, or currently, like on the pitch right now. Ever, it's probably like Ronaldo. R9, by the way, the real Ronaldo. Is playing right wing because Davis can't defend. He's been a bit suspect, hasn't he? Like Bernardo had his number last season, that's for sure. It's not good enough, Rich. It's simple. I'm shocked and appalled. Yeah, they've not been very ambitious so far. But again, I think they'll be happy with a draw. Mazraoui to replace Walker long term. He did impress in the World Cup. I do think we'll sign both, and I'd be really happy with signing them both. But we don't need those two and Kimmich. It should be like Bruno or Kimmich, not both. And for me, as I've discussed many times, I think that Bruno is the better option for us. Oh, right now. Probably is Bellingham, yeah. I'd tell you what, actually. I don't know why he's not starting. I've been so impressed with Camavinga. I thought he was maybe the best player across both legs against City. Best Real Madrid player, I thought. I know Rodrigo scored in both legs, but I was just really impressed with him. So actually maybe my favourite's Camavinga. I think he's class. Which two teams will win the NBA Championship and Champions League this season? My beautiful Minnesota Timberwolves have swept the sniveling Phoenix Suns, so we're gonna win. No, we're not. We're probably gonna get swept by the Nuggets, but have faith. And who's gonna win the Champions League? I'll say the winner of this fixture. That's for sure. I can't see PSG or Dortmund winning. Stranger things have happened. I just can't see it. I'll say Bayern. Why not? Why not? Just cause. Because why not? Would you like Bayern? So Real Madrid fans, shut up. I mean, I don't really care about Real Madrid fans. I know we had some of them in our stream who didn't understand the concept of a penalty shootout, but I'm sure most of them aren't idiots. So nah. Arna, my favourite player of all time. CVG after that, then Torres. So that's a good list, Andrew. Arna's the boy. Yeah, you'd think so. Again, a lot will also depend on the Euros, but it would be pretty tricky to look past him. And maybe, but also to be fair, you know, if Real Madrid win the Champions League, and let's say, you know, Brazil win, because isn't Copa America this summer? Isn't Copa America? So if Brazil win, and you know, Vinicius is one of the best players then he might win the Ballon d'Or. Although I feel like the Euros is a bit more weighted in the Copa America, unfairly, but I'm pretty sure that in my head, voters care more about that. There's Alaba, former Bayern player. No room for him today. Remember when he used to be good? I do. Scobby just says they're dumb. Brilliant. But, Rich, to be fair, I think that's just Twitter users. I think most Twitter users are idiots. I'll go on record as saying that. Yeah. Hello, Jack. Has the game been interesting? It's been all Bayern realistically. Kane had a shot from the halfway line. I don't know if that counts as interesting. Vinicius Jr. with the worst cross I've seen. A goal kick by him. Really wasteful. If you're Real Madrid and you're not the better side, like you really need to be making the most of those chances. Imagine a scenario where England reach the finals and face Belgium and De Bruyne scores the last minute goal to win it. I feel so bad for Kevin, man. How many chances have Real Madrid had? None. I don't think they've had a shot. I'll double check that fact for you guys. No, they have not had a shot. They have accumulated an XG of 0. Oh, Leroy has... Oh, then Goretzka, who smells, has given away the ball. What an idiot. Hello, Toby. When there's a real game of Sky, is that Coventry Ipswich? Kane injury, so that's fair, Jack. Leroy's been good, though, Jack. Kevin Bet, he won't, Scorpio. It's annoying because if he was like fully fit for the whole season, maybe there would have been a conversation. He definitely does deserve one. He ain't going to get it, though. Because, again, all that matters is how he didn't get top 3 last year is fucking mental, by the way. Why is Vinicius fallen over again? Also, like, the referee... Surely the referee should book him in that instance. Nice to throw him. Yeah, they are picking right off where they left. Yeah, that's... Yeah, Vinicius dived. What a surprise. They love to cheat, don't they, these guys? They love to cheat. Bellingham's already dived twice as well. I don't know what's going on with these forward players at Real Madrid. I'd like a Real Madrid disaster class. Anything indeed, Rich. I think Edson injury will cost us. The good thing is that you guys know I really, really defend Ederson. But it's not necessarily the worst down. It's not the worst or biggest down. It is a downgrade, but it's not the biggest downgrade. It will be, I think, really, because if we're saying that Ortega's a better shot stopper, and that's fine to say, I think, and Ederson's the better distributor, I can't... There's not that many teams I can see where they're actually going to want to like come out and press us really high up the pitch where it's going to matter anyway. The only one I can really think of is Spurs away. But, you know, Wolves at home, I can't see them engaging in a high press. I thought, no, oh, Neuer hasn't come out, and there you go, Real Madrid are 3. Real Madrid have scored, sorry. Why didn't Neuer come out? 1 chance, 1 goal. They're so jammy. Why didn't Neuer come out for that, though? He's normally so used to sweeping. Bayern have been wasteful. They've had half chances, haven't utilised them. But again, the defence was split open far too easily there. I think it's Kim who just gives him all the space. Neuer just doesn't come out either. It's a lovely ball by Kroos, but again, why is Kim just giving Vinicius Jr. space to run into? Lovely finish by Vinicius. Again, I question the defending. I question the goalkeeping, to be honest. I don't know what Kim's doing. Kim's upset with Kimmich, but I'm upset with you, mate. Scorpio. So yeah, I actually don't know how many games it's going to matter too much in. There you go, 1-0. A gift. A gift is what that is. Yeah, it's definitely past Brendan. That's not happening. Bayern in the Real Madrid box. And now, the issue for Bayern is that all they're going to want to do now is just counter-attack. Why? I don't understand why teams keep playing into exactly how they want to play. It's very unusual. Let's just say Kevin's had very strong competitors. Let's be honest. He should have been top 3 last 3 years. Other years, it was high. Oh, if only he was younger. Yeah, he should have been more... He's only been 1 top... And that year, he should have been, like, 2nd. It's a bit mad. I think people underestimate Edson's shot stopping. It's too easy for people to say Edson, shit and goal, but he's great at passing. That's why Pep likes him. Like, I do think Edson is actually good at the goalkeeping part as well. I know he is, yeah. He's not a bad shot stopper either. Yeah, I do think Ortega's probably better at shot stopping. But yeah, the idea that Ederson's bad at shot stopping is just wrong. You know, is he as good as Alisson? No. But is he bad? No. He's obviously good. Otherwise, he wouldn't be a goalkeeper at a professional football club. Canva says Ortega's very good. Yeah, of course. As I say, it's just the Spurs game where I may be thinking there might be an issue. Sane fell over too easily. I don't know, Village. It should be working. Prepare for the horrendous demonic low block for Bayern. Unlike us, Bayern not as good for low blocks this season. Indeed. Yeah, and that's why it's so odd that they just like... They just gave away that stupid chance. It was so easy. That's a foul. Referee doesn't care. Thomas Muller's still going, man. How old is he? Like 87? Muller probably should get more flowers. Okay, Village, make one for us. Make a debate of the day for us. That can be your new job.
Nobbins after eating the shit out of Rodri's eyebrows.
Well, Village, that could be your new job then. You come up with debate of the days. Debates of the day. Debate of the days. Canvas says stop being worried. Hey, I'll be worried if I want to be. Yes? He has to say, yeah, the main issue with a player like Muller is he's never going to get his plaudits because he's not flashy or sexy in terms of how he plays. It's more about efficiency and being effective. But it's a very important role which he plays. And has played. I've not eaten Rodri's eyebrows, though. That's slander and a lie. I heard Keller's it wants to go. Liverpool want James Trafford, the Burnley keeper. I feel like his move to Burnley probably came a little bit too soon. Muller's class, but he's getting old. Yes. Has he retired from the Germany team nowadays? I think he may have done. He can still do a job. I'm sort of surprised he's starting today. Who else would I have thought it would be? Oh, Coman's injured. Ah, never mind. I want to see more of Musiala. I've been a bit disappointed so far. And Leroy gives it away. And here's Kim, who outmuscles Vinicius. Good work there. See, that's where he shoved him for the first goal, you half-wit. Muller has a position named after him in Germany. Yeah, good point, Ramdeuter. Oh, yeah, well, of course, Jack. Your lad, Verts. Your Pookie Bear. Yes, Scorpio. Yes, he did. Oh, no, that was the year where they cancelled it. Sorry. That was the COVID year, so for some inexplicable reason, they just decided to not have the award. But yeah, that was the year that he won the sextuple with Bayern. Yeah, Andrew, he's been a brilliant servant. Who do you think will make way for Mbop? What does that mean? Here we go. It falls to Goretzka. It's a really good block on the edge of the Real Madrid box. It's all last ditch though. Bayern will score a goal if it keeps if it continues like this. Do you mean Mbappe? I don't know who Mbappe is. It was a good crack. It was a very good pass, Bendiv. But if I'm a Bayern Munich fan, I'm asking the question: why is my centre back being dragged so far out of position? Why isn't my goalkeeper, who's notorious for coming out and sweeping? I was amazed that Edison didn't. No, he didn't come out. Sorry, if that's Edison. He's out like a flash. Canvas says, I promise they would not have cancelled it if Messi was in the lead. Maybe it was just a very odd decision, wasn't it? You could have just done it online. Like they still had the FIFA Best Award. I think Real Madrid will win 2-0 if Bayern don't score. They can't take a loss back to the Bernabeu, that is for sure. Hello, John. How are we, mate? They definitely can't take a loss back. No shot. Take a loss back to the Bernabeu, you are out of the tie. Quite frankly. We're not doing Dortmund PSG tomorrow. No, I have to do something else. I am otherwise engaged. Right. Right, can Bellingham please stop fucking throwing himself to the floor? It's getting really, really boring and tiresome. Please stop it. Hello, SCM. Find you recently. Love that from you, SCM. Glad you enjoy, mate. So it's so lovely to hear people enjoy me speaking. Sorry, Jack. Maybe if the second round's are tomorrow, maybe we can do it next week. John, we all know why. Just didn't take our chances. Did not take our chances. Andrew, that was a weird year, though, to be fair. That was an odd year. There's a Netflix and chill flavour. Toby, tell me more about this. What's the actual flavour? You know, does it taste like... I don't even know what that would taste like. What does it actually taste like? Let me know. Netflix and chill flavoured ice cream sounds disgusting, though. It's good. Yeah, but what is the flavour, though? Because you're not selling it to me, Toby. Yeah, Jack, that's what I was thinking. I didn't want to say it, though. Peanut butter caramel pretzel. Oh, that sounds nice. Pretzel's an interesting one. Right. What? Can Vinicius stop throwing himself to the cunting floor? It's so boring. And the referee's just not interested. But start booking him for diving then, ref. Otherwise, he's just going to keep doing it. It's just like... it's so tiresome. We won in Madrid in the COVID year. The year we got knocked out by Lyon. We won home and away, I'm pretty sure. Luis, it's him and it's Vinicius are the two main offenders. It's not just the City leg, it's this game as well. It's just tiresome. I'm sorry, but I'm very convinced he's not play like this for Dortmund whenever I watched him, and he did not play like this for England either. Have a word. You're not wrong. It's just, as I say, it's just boring. It's just like, it's just pathetic. I think it's just, well, it's cheating, isn't it? That's what it is. It is fundamentally cheating. You are diving. You are trying to deceive the referee. That's called cheating. The Real Madrid way, says Andrew. Maybe you're onto something. Bender, I think you're right. I think you are right. Bellingham has been blessed.
Are you sure about that?
John Cena there. Are you sure about that? I had to add more green screen stuff. Gava says what La Liga football does to you. Come on, guys. I want an entertaining game. I'm not entertained. You know that scene in Gladiator? Are you not entertained? No, I'm not. Hello, Rob. How you doing? Hello, Jamie. Bellingham's a little deep. Yeah, I'm glad it's not just me who's been noticing that. Yo, who's she? She's bad. What the hell? Magic Kate. Yeah, I know. I can't. I mean, to be fair, he goes a bit. He does a weird thing, doesn't he? Where he backs into players and tries to force injuries. In fact, that might be a bit worse, in fairness. Kane, good defending there against Nacho. Can you get a Bayern Munich attack going now? When things aren't working for you, make sure to look into Neymar. Yeah. Musiala. Come on, Musiala. I've been a bit disappointed with you so far. Right, this Goretzka guy is just an objectively bad footballer, I think, lads. I don't think he's been good in about 4 years. I don't know what does he do well? What is it he does? He's like, I don't know what he's like a really, 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 really bad version of the Gundogan or something. I don't even know what he's on the pitch for. It's like he's trying to do the Gundogan things, but he can't quite do it because he's not as talented. If you watch much La Liga, you'll quickly get tired of watching players crawling on the pitch all the time. I haven't watched La Liga, like, you know, properly in years. I used to watch it relatively frequently. Here we go. Is there actually an attack formulating here? Nope. Passed into a Real Madrid player. Interesting strategy. John says, feels like I have too much fun. Yeah, we say that, John, but they are yet to produce a proper chance. I think the best chance was probably that Kane one. You got like the shot on target, but outside that, it's been slim pickings, really. It's been pretty slim pickings. I think I've been disappointed with Real Madrid this whole Champions League campaign, to be fair. I didn't think they were particularly good in the groups. I felt like RB Leipzig should have beaten them. We all know my thoughts on the City game. They are winning here, but it's not been particularly impressive. If they win them, like, fair play, but it's a pretty weak Champions League if we're looking at our champions right here. I will say that much. Someone joined the called Salah overrated. Why? It depends, doesn't it? Because it depends how people rate him, I suppose. He's obviously a very good player. There's another corner. Kimmich disagrees with Roger's statement that Madrid got lucky against City. I disagree with Kimmich then, to be fair. Oh yeah, that was so frustrating. Because the game was done, wasn't it? Weren't they like 3-1 up by that point? So the game was done. Like, it was over. It was finished. He didn't have to do that. He almost did it out of spite. Corner in, and he wins the header, but he heads it well over. And it's going to be a free kick as well. And Goretzka committed a foul as well. Good work, mate. So managers want players to dive and teach them to dive. Jose wanted to teach our players at United how to dive when he was our manager. That's terrible. Can I lend you a tenant? No, Faizan, I cannot. I still can't believe Kim giving Vinicius all that space and time. And Neuer not coming out. So unlike him. So uncivilized. Did you actually, Toby? Did you actually? Why are you doing that, mate? Why are you doing that? You naughty boy. Musiala in the Real Madrid box and he miscontrols it. What a shame. Again, it's just it's counter-attack central. Aaron's house, how you get pens or free kicks. Yeah, well, what should happen is the referees should be better at identifying things, and then players don't have to be as extravagant. It's very, very poor. Bellingham gives away the ball, and Bayern can counter. Is that Musiala? What have you got for me? Nothing. What a shame. Did it because I was screen sharing on Discord, thought it was funny, but it ruined my life. You are such an idiot, Toby. Musiala, is he fouled there? He is brought down. The referee gives a foul. Nice driving run by Musiala. That's what we know we can do. I will say, to be fair, there are some players who don't dive. To be fair, Aguero never dived. Never once. I watched every single minute of his Man City career. Never once did Sergio Aguero dive. He got booked for diving once, but that was actually a penalty. I think it was against Man United. I think Fellaini fouled him or something. And somehow he got booked for diving, but it was a 100% a penalty. The point is just called Bayern and Real's family clubs. What does that mean? When people say a family club, like in the modern day, what does that mean? It is a dangerous free kick, John. Who knows what will happen? Like, what does that mean? These aren't minnows. These are like two of the biggest clubs in world football. Hello? Bayern Munich with their sleeve sponsor, which is the most expensive sleeve sponsor in world football, and it happens to be Audi. Audi happens to be one of the major shareholders of Bayern Munich, but I don't see people complaining about them. Pissing me off. Pissing me off. Game end, love you, says Toby. Faz. Right. Yeah, dangerous free kick. They're setting up their wall. Come on, Harold. What have you got for me? Kane's well. That's not very nice, Jack. What has Kane got for me? Or Leroy, to be fair, put in one of these in a similar position against Schalke. Harold. Harold. It's probably more suited for a left footer. It might be Kane to take. Fine, has some baddies as Arsha. It's Harry. Oh, it's just wide. He hit it with venom. Oh, that looked like a decent effort. Yo, she's alright. What the hell? Yeah, to be fair, it's not actually as close as I thought it was. Yeah, decent chance. I felt like he probably had to go over the wall. I don't know. I don't think Bayern fans will ever forgive Madrid for that robbery. Oh, God, that game was absolutely terrible. Was that like when they won their third in a row or something? That was a horrible officiating. And I remember Vidal got sent off for no reason. I was like, what? Oh, now Bellingham has been fouled and Mazraoui's been booked. Is it, or is it Eric Dyer? Or someone. And this time he went down justly. It was Mazraoui. Yeah, it just doesn't get any of the ball, does he? So you can go down there because you actually did get taken down. That's fine. That's fair enough. Nah, just outside, John. But again, it's a free kick in a dangerous area. Again, it's... I feel like a left footer would be more suited to this. Kolarov scored a fair few from that position from a City perspective. Fine, please score, says Rich. Well, it might be about to be 2-0 to the Madrid. Kane's holding his knob. I quite like this Real Madrid kit. It's really nice. The black and gold is a nice contrast. Can't word score from there. Shut up. Because he's, you know, protecting his balls on the wall. It is Vinicius and it's the Bayern wall corner. The wall did its job. Was it Kane who blocked it? It was. It hit Kane in the head. Notice how Kane didn't like go down holding his head like an injured otter. Who was it that did that against City recently when they just cheated? It was a Forest player, wasn't it? Like a free kick, like hit their wall, and he just like fell over. Again, that's just cheating, guys. Can we please stop? Kroos ball in. No one goes to it. Rodrigo. Oh, he falls over. And Dyer with a really bizarre... Sorry, not Dyer. I can't see today, guys. Lame clearance. Corner. And blind guys respect me. And might need glasses. No doubt, no doubt. How much time we have him? Oh no, he is. No, Toby was saying about that earlier. His stupid method where he actually injures people. That is stupid. I was just annoyed at the Forest player who did that last time. Sam was loving that Salah's staying, seeing Salah haters hold it. Doesn't care if he loses free. I think that's mad. I'd sell him if he hasn't signed a new contract. If he doesn't sign an extension, then yeah, you've got to sell him. Jamie, pause. If you want to sync it, mate, you can pause the stream and then just wait. It's now half time. Very frustrating watching Madrid. We were saying this earlier, John. It's like, they're very boring. I'm going to whip out the Liam word here. They are very boring to watch. They don't actually want to play football. They want to win, which is fair enough. I'm not saying it's an issue, but I'm saying it's, as a neutral, it's pretty darn boring and unimpressive. I don't think it's stupid. I think this is wrong, but it's fine because it's English. It's stupid and it's wrong. That's what it is. I have one more cookie, guys. And I'm going to eat it. Rainbows. I'm sorry, guys. This has been a really boring game. It's happened how we thought it would be, to be fair. Bayern have dominated all the play. They've had some half chances, but they haven't really been converting any of them. They gifted Real Madrid an opportunity. They took it. Boom. That's how knockout football works. They can't vote. I think the reason why... I mean, they sort of have to play like this because they know they're not as good as a team. For example, like against City, they clearly weren't as good. They clearly weren't as good as City. So they set up, and Ancelotti admitted as such. He literally said the only way we can try to have a chance is to defend for your lives. Like, so literally, the manager is saying that. That's not me being arrogant. I'm just echoing what their manager has said. So they have to play in this style. If it works, it works. It's fine. It's just really not. It's not good to watch. But there you go. Wait, are Bayern not second in the Bundesliga, Jack? Surely they are. Are you joking? To be fair, it's only 5 points separating them and Stuttgart. They're second. Bayern are second. Hello, Tayab. With Mbappe, counter-attacks of theirs will be overpowered. True, Rich, true. It will. Well, I guess in, again, knockout competition, it'll work even more effectively. No, it's just a standard rainbow cookie from INSTA, Tayab. Ancelotti did a quote today. I'm gonna sort of challenge him on what he said. He said something like, it was basically saying that I want my players to play how they want to play, and as the coach, I'm not really gonna restrict them in that respect. I don't know how true that is, because I don't think you can convince me that players like Bellingham and Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo want to play like this. I don't think they want to be dominated and they want to have to defend for a full 90 minutes. I'm not convinced that's how they want to play. So I'm going to question him on that. I'm not convinced that's a thing. In terms of constructing attacks, maybe. But I don't think that, again, I don't know. If he spoke with Vinicius, I don't think that he would be saying, oh yeah, I want to play a defensive counter-attacking football in the Champions League. I'm not very convinced of that. I'm sure he'd want to play more free-flowing, fluid, offensive football. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's, if it really is a question of, I just want the players to play how they want to play, I'm not sure that's reality. City and FM, I hope you get spanked, Toby, you little rat. That's what you get for scoring twice against us as Kai Havertz, you prick. Andrew says, do you think they have to sell Rodrigo? Would love him as a Salah replacement. I actually don't know, because you'd think that Mbappe would go to 9. Even though it's not his favourite position, you'd think he'd have to go to 9. So couldn't you just have Rodrigo off the right? Can you, and then like Vinicius off the left? Is that not something that can happen? Because we're playing for an Mbappe injury, reduces his pace. It's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Bellingham want that, but Vinny and Rodrigo, I don't see a problem. It's not about it being a problem. I'm just not convinced that a flair Brazilian like Vinicius wants to play like that. I don't know. My manager's waffling the master. Oh yeah, of course. All managers do it, to be fair. Big right, Tayab, can you please have them fit for the Arsenal game? Thank you. Very sorry, it might be, mate. It might be. What, yours? It's his food. It's his Iraqi food. They have way too many midfielders to fit Jude in. No, because Modric will go, won't he? Cruz is getting on. So the three will just be Tchouaméni, Bellingham, and Camavinga, right? That's their starting three. Boom. Sorted. And as I say, you know, Modric is either going or will be phased out. Same with Cruz. You know what? I forgot Valverde existed. I can't lie. Maybe he will go to the right, and maybe Rodrigo will have to sit out. But I mean, you need a big squad. Like City have a lot of players who, you know, not everyone can start. So yeah. Will Rico Bob play any of the main 4 games? In terms of starting, I would be very surprised. Very, very surprised. We've got 4 finals, well 5 finals if you include the FA Cup final, literally. We've got 5 finals in a row. Rodri's not going to get a minute of rest, no, unless we're like 5-0 up. He's just going to go best team, best team, best team, best team. I don't think he's going to think about rotation. I don't know what your financial situation is, Andrew, to be fair. You probably can. I imagine FSG can spend more than they have done. No, Jayworth, because I want Grealish to stay. You all know how much I love him. Tab says, I think Arsenal are going to batter us. Probably. Tab, but you never know. There might be a cheeky little 0-0 in there for me. A cheeky little 0-0. I don't know. I don't know, because, you know, someone at City have a lot of good players. Someone's got to miss out. Maybe long term he will go, but you know, they'll play a lot of games. There's enough football. There's enough games. I don't see City dropping points, says Teb. I hope not. We shouldn't really, but we'll see what we see. In a world of pure imagination. They're favourable. The 2 home games are reasonably easy. You know, West Ham and Wolves. We should be beating them. Fulham away, on paper, reasonably easy. Spurs away. Spencer on the beaches, as they say. Did you get neither of them, Tito? Neither of them. How you doing, mate? Give me Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, sorry. I don't really know Real Madrid's financial situation. Sing a full song for us. Pay me and then I will. I won't. Don't pay me, I won't sing for you. What's going on with the Delit situation that started? As I understand it, it's because, like, Delit was out for a bit, and then Dyer came in, and he was, like, putting in decent performances, and I think that Tuchel's now decided he doesn't think that Kim and Delit can... Or is it Delit and Dyer who can't start together? There's someone who he thinks can't start with one another, even though there's not really much evidence of that. So I actually don't know what's going on with Eric Dyer. I don't know how Eric Dyer's got himself into a... I don't know how Eric Dyer is 2024 and this guy is starting in a Champions League semi-final. I don't get that. And yet here he is. Here he is. Is Delit on the bench? Is Delit on the bench? Oh no, he's injured. Fair play. He's injured. My bad. Dion, that's very disrespectful to the manager who's brought you so much success. Outrageous behaviour. We might manage to steal a draw against Arsenal. Never know with our service. Yo, Carnival, I'm hoping for a shithouse 0-0. Like that draw you got against Liverpool. Josh, hello Joshua. I'll be doing a video. I want to do a video analysing my top picks. Twitter and TikTok Tacticals thought Dyer was coming in to play DM. Idiots. Idiots. When was the last time Eric Dyer was a proper DM, though? I feel like he's been at centre-back for Spurs for years. Unless I'm wrong. Is top 4 done? I actually don't know what the table is. The gap. See, Spurs. Why do Spurs have so many games in hand? Why have they only played 33 games? The little fucking layabouts. I know one of them's against us. Well, I guess that answers my own question. Fair enough. For argument's sake, we'll say City win that one because I want to be... What's it? So let's say they've actually played 34. Then let's say that... I don't know who they play, though. Who do they play? How many points? If they win their game in hand, but lose their other game in hand, they'd be on 63. So they'd still be 4 points behind with 3 games left. It would be very, 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 very tricky. I'm going to say Villa get 4th place. There you go. I'm going to say Villa do that. Hopefully they're out of the top 4 race by the time that we play them. Because I don't really want them to be fighting for anything. Grealish in the balance when they asked to do is attempt a dribble and pass it back to Goretzka. Goretzka reeks of piss. Sign Bruno. I hope. No, you can't have him, Carnivore. Let us have him, yeah? You've already got Kobe Mainu. You don't need Bruno. You've literally already got Mainu. Allow it. Grealish won't. Don't you worry, sir. Yeah, nice dog. Grealish won't leave. Ipswich winning. Salah striker. Kudus and Somerville for the summer. Haven't seen them play much. I know Tom Little's very interested in Somerville. Can't claim to have watched any of Leeds. Kudus, DR, will know all about him because he's a West Ham fan. DR, thoughts on Kudus to Liverpool? You can't have both, Carnivore. Yeah, let me have one of them. Preferably Mainu. But that's never going to happen, obviously. Let me have him. I really like Kobe Mainu. I know, Hardy. That's the power of the penalty shootout. It matters not who deserves to win. It matters who wins. Roll the dice. Spurs have Chelsea, Liverpool. Yeah, they're going to get shafted, aren't they? I really hope the relegation race goes to the last day of the season because Burnley play Forest on the last day. That's going to be big, big balls. Big balls game. I hope so, Carnivore. We'll be out of it. You know, the fans will be a bit weird because they want us to win, probably. But the players won't care. They'll still want to win because they are professionals. Indeed, Carnivore. You never know what's going to happen on a given thing. They certainly do not determine who was the better team on the day. That is for sure. That is for sure as mustard is sure. That's for sure as Luke. Do you guys get it? Luke Shaw. Ha. I did a funny, guys. I did a pun. I did a pun. I'd like if Luton... I would like if one of Luton or Burnley stayed up. Goodbye, Rich. Thank you for joining. I think there's a good manager in Vincent Kompany, but he's got a lot of shit to work with. So I would love to see him with some better players. Is one all a good result for Bayern? I mean, you can always you're always still in the game, aren't you, if you don't lose. It's probably not a good result. They probably need to win. But it's not a terrible result, that's for sure. Losing is, you can't lose. Why don't you like Forest Tape? Is that because of Elanga? Actually gets me up at night when we move forward. Oh yeah, Aether, exactly. We vibe. It's all good. Only a boring respect, Vinny. Hey, I don't care about boxing, guys. You guys know me. I've got no interest in it. We lost Europa League with Ollie on a totally stupid penalty shooter. Oh yeah, I think we streamed that, didn't we? I can't name 3 Burnley players, says DR. That's outrageous. Foster's one of them. Trafford is one of them. That other dickhead, he's another one. There you go. Boom, that's 3. Smashed it. Thank you very much. Is that Guerrero coming on? Forest beat United. Then Elanga, and Aina started dancing on us. Oh yeah, that Aina guy is very good. Yeah, so Guerrero's come on. So who's come off? Not Leroy, surely. Muller maybe? Maybe in moving Musiala to the middle? Is that what's happening? Is that what's happening? I know, Carnivore, yeah. That must have been really annoying. Pep said we can't sit and defend like Madrid. We definitely can. That's wrong, though. We definitely can. We've done it before. Like, literally last season when we went 1-0 up, it was like, right, well, that's the game. Because we were very good defensively. Oh, Goretzka. Wow. I mean, he had a stinky first half, to be fair. So Goretzka's out. Guerrero's on. As I understand it, Jack, Guerrero's a left back, isn't he? So, is he going to go into midfield? I don't know. Second half has commenced there, though, boys. Dad went to Umbro and Dubai. Didn't find the West Ham shirts. Has brought me PSG. I mean, they're basically the same thing, aren't they? Oi, DR. Respect Leroy. Respect Leroy and his hair. Kane wins it here. Outmuscles Germany. Haven't seen too much of him. I'm surprised Camavinga's not on the pitch. I was really impressed with him. I thought Sane was alright, to be fair. I thought he made a couple of good driving runs. Should have done better with one of those runs, I totally agree. He's a Portuguese Zinchenko. Oh, so he's shit. It's cheating, isn't it, to have like a superior being on your team, isn't it? Hello, Andrew. Top 5 most hated Premier League clubs. Probably the 5 best, I guess. Are you playing 5-a-side, or what position are you playing in? Go on, Bayern, score a goal. Make this tie interesting, please. Thank you. In Musiala, I've bigged you up, and you are letting me down here today, man. You are letting me down. When watching this Sane play, I don't understand why some fans want it back. Sadly, the Sane we all know doesn't exist anymore. Ever since that injury, he's lost that lightning burst and that dynamism. He's still a very good player, a very different player. Probably a better player from a technical perspective. But he's never going to be that guy again. And that's a shame, because I loved Leroy. Leroy was one of my favourite players to watch. He was electric. Versus doesn't let us have a Jack. We all know who's the better German number 10, clearly. It's Florian. Go on, Musiala. You can't let me down after I bigged you up. You must not do this. Oh, guys, yeah. So I didn't go on the top 6 show yesterday because I had to go on another show instead. But when I was on said show, someone came into the chat and said this has just been said on the top 6 show. And I don't know if you guys have seen this. I think the clip there may have been a clip or something. And this guy, I don't know who he is. I'm not gonna have a go at him personally. I don't know. I'm sure he's a lovely human being. But that's lovely by him. He was asked a question. I can't remember the context, but they were talking about Enzo Fernandez, of Chelsea ilk, and like a super chatter question came in, and he said, how many teams does Enzo start for in the Prem? And this chap, I don't even know who he supports, and this chap said, he starts for all of them. And then, like, Terry rightly was like, well, who, or another panelist, someone said, so who's he starting ahead of for City, for example? They mentioned Arsenal as well. But they were like, let's start with City. Who's he starting over? And this guy said And this guy said Kevin De Bruyne. He didn't even go for Bernardo Silva. He went straight in. He went straight in, balls in for Kevin De Bruyne. Hello, lol. And everyone, rightly, it's such a shame I wasn't there because I'd have just died live on stream. And everyone was like, "What? What are you talking about? I'm doing great, lol. Now you're here. How are you doing?" So what are you talking about? And he went on to say, like, he's clearly. There's one of two things. He's either a fool or he's an actor playing one. There is no in between. And he said De Bruyne is overrated. He said that outside of goals and assists, what does De Bruyne get you? He said he's got no work rate and he never presses. He said that Enzo is a better all-round player and has more to his game. And I just couldn't believe I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Thankfully, he got ripped apart, and rightly so. I was just like, what's going on? Like, is that the stage we're at now, where people are so desperate for a modicum of fame that we've got to say these really outrageous things? Like, where does it end? Where does it end? What's the point in saying that? All it does is... Because now, again, I've never seen this guy before, but for me, now, he's the person who thinks that Enzo's better than De Bruyne in 2024. So it's like... from my perspective, and hopefully like-minded people, oh, Leroy, why have you let me down? His credibility's gone. Like, down the absolute shitter. Here's Kim. Finds Bellingham, who finds Kroos, does he? Takes a shot, it's an easy save for Neuer. Made it look a bit more dramatic than he needed to. No, Enzo, this is Andrew. Enzo, like Enzo Fernandez. Hello, Chris. Has Madrid deployed their famous 0-0-11 formation? Yeah, Chris, I'm not going to lie to you, mate. It's not been a good game. It's not been particularly good by Bayern, to be fair. It's not like they've been creating good chances either, in fairness. Using excuse he had a hernia for 7 months and he has a shit system. I can deal with that to an extent, but again, I think like people then on that show then I don't know who it was, someone, because I can't recall, then proceeded to say, you know, Enzo's a world-class talent or has world-class ability. I think was the exact thing. It's not been a GG, Toby. No, it's been quite boring. And again, I posit the question of, what's that based on? Is that based on a World Cup tournament over like 7 games? Because I've not seen that at Chelsea, personally. I've watched a lot of Enzo at Chelsea. I'm not saying he's been bad, but even when he's at his best, I've not seen a world-class play. World-class is like, you know, De Bruyne and Salah. These are world-class players. I've not seen that. So I don't really know what world we're living in. Because if Enzo has got world-class ability, I could name you about 50 more. We can talk about having, you know, potential, but it's a sort of a pointless thing to talk about because we don't know. We don't know what the potential players is. Sane cuts in. Oh, Leroy! What a goal! DR, shut your mouth! Shut your mouth, DR! What a goal, Leroy! Sane! Oh my god, what a finish! Oh, the drive, the shot. I still love this man so much, man. Oh, I love Leroy. I don't want him back at City. It's too late, but I love Leroy so much. Oh, I'm so happy for him. Well done, Leroy. Brilliant work. Oh, look at him driving through the Real Madrid defense. Mendy just does not deal with him, and he just takes a shot, and he's beaten at his near post with the ferocity of that shot. Bam! That is a fantastic... Maybe you could say goalkeeper shouldn't get beaten at his near post, etc. It is a ridiculously powerful... Yeah, that is a bullet. I don't even think you can blame the keeper there. A ridiculously powerful, emphatic, fucking filthy finish. Lots of Fs there. Big goal. Big goal. Well done, Leroy. And they're back in it. Yeah, that, exactly, Jack. Yeah, I'm not going to blame the keeper at all for that. He's lashed that to a ridiculous degree. That's a fantastic finish. Well done. I guess you just question Mendy. Could he get a bit tighter? But brilliant goal. He's too slow. That's the other thing as well. Like you know, the whole again. I wish I would have loved to have been on this show because I think this person seems to think that Kevin De Bruyne plays in central midfield when we don't have the ball. And if you guys watching this know, because you know you're all smart, learned people, De Bruyne plays striker when we don't have the ball. So he was talking about like, you know, it doesn't like track back and what do you mean track back? Like he's pressing. No, it wasn't. No, Don is very intelligent. It definitely wasn't Don. Don knows his tactical stuff. No, yeah, it's I don't think he knew what he was talking about, to be honest. Again, it's like not tracking back. He's supposed to press from the front. He's not supposed to track back. What do you mean? He's not N'Golo Kante. He's not supposed to do that, mate. Oh, that's a nice ball. Into Thomas Muller. It's got Musiala, cuts inside. That's a penalty. And he's given it. That looks a penalty to me. Pretty blatant. It could be 2-1 to Bayern Munich. And my two favourite Bayern Munich players now are contributing. Oh, there's many topless men there. They are contributing to Bayern Munich potentially going ahead here. Really good dribbling by Musiala. That's a blatant penalty. Sticks the leg out. Boom. Penalty. SCM, good. Yeah, 100%. Post-World Cup Enzo's been dull. I play home for 7 months, so I had to wait till season ends to get my surgery. Yeah, of course, like it's horrible if he's had this injury, whatever, but I can only review what I can see. Yeah, I did disagree with that, to be honest, Andrew. Enzo been a victim of system. Yeah, but again, Toby, like, world-class player? It's far too early. Far too early. Pen for Bayern Munich. Ødegaard was rubbish. Well, that's stupid. That's our resident referee, the little owl. If you guys ever need the owl to come in to get your refereeing opinions, just put a mouse in the chat, yeah? Harold Kane to make it 2-1. Will he bottle it in the Champions League semi-final? He does his stupid little breath thing. And it's a really good penalty. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Boom. Cool, calm, collected. Big. 2-1. Bayern Munich 2-1 up, and in my opinion, guys, deserve to be in the lead. Real Madrid, in my opinion, have been pretty unimpressive once again. There we go. Big goal. This has been a big second half. You can, yeah, oh, of course. I mean, any young player can become world class. Just like these people saying he's got world class ability. Again, like, I haven't seen that. I don't know what that's based on. Again, is it based on a tournament? He's not been. I don't think he's ever demonstrated being a world class player at Chelsea. I don't think. I think he's demonstrated he's actually an out of possession liability at times. He's not learnt that role yet. Madrid collapse in 10 minutes. Yeah, I think the scoreline is now more reflective of the actual game. IMO 2, Toby. Makes me more upset how we didn't slap the sloppy team, says John. We've only got ourselves and our poor finishing to blame, to be honest. You know, if De Bruyne should have scored that goal, Foden should have done better from that cross where it hits his standing leg. The main one is the De Bruyne one for me, but it is what it is. You know, we know the Champions League is about moments. If you don't take your moment, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to have a bad time if you're not clinical. Hello, Tom. Leroy Sané scored the first goal, Tom. Ridiculously good driving run. Bullet finish. Keeper no chance. Second one, Musiala wins the penalty. Kane, bam. My two favourite players have stepped up, boys. When the brights are lightest, Yeah, when the brights shine the bright. No, when the did I say when the brights are lightest? Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. When the lights are the brightest, yeah. My two German queens step up. Jamie, I think the time for Sane is done. Madrid's it's our top class as the MD. Not sure about that one. Yeah, I'm sorry. When the lights are brightest. Hernia hurts when you play. If you're really focused on your game, the pain's mainly there first 2 minutes. Yeah, I can't imagine it being very pleasant. And if he's had an injury, then, you know, fairs. But, you know, I can only base on what I see. Good sign of play for Liverpool. Yeah, I don't know if he's that sort of player anymore, Andrew. I just don't know. Let him cook at Bayern, I reckon. Maybe Madrid will be forced to play football now. I doubt it. Hello, Harry Kane's potentially in here. Oh, he goes down far too easily from Rudiger's collision. That's good defending by Rudiger. I'm amazed that Chelsea let Rudiger go. Staggered, they let him go. Yeah, no shot, it's a penalty. It's just good defending by Rudiger. He's just too strong. To be fair, I don't think Kane's asking for a penalty there. It's very good defending. Kane would probably work better than Haaland, to be fair, Andrew. I mean, Kane's probably still a better player at this point. Two players that should be at City squad, says DM. Big stretch. We've actually got a game now, boys. Come on, how are you, the lads? How are you, them? How are you, them? Hey, yo. There we go. Calm now. Yeah, isn't Haaland in Clash of Clans or something mad? Something like that anyway. I don't know. I've never played Clash of Clans, guys. I won't lie to you. Never played it. No idea if it's any good. Is it one of those freemium games? There's a little girl popping off here. Jesus, all right, mate. Calm down. They start these ultras young, don't they? She was about 3, maybe 5. Oh. Hello, Jason. There's a massive game. Bayern have the right wingers. Signing Musiala compared to Grealish. And Silva. I don't think there's... Oh, Face. I thought you were already following, but thank you for following again. Again, the main issue for me was just bad finishing, ultimately. Don't excuse sense of the hernia. If he really was hampered so much, he should have gotten the surgery. Yeah, I don't understand why it took them so long to sort that out. Well, Andrew, that's a bold statement. I think he probably can. I just don't necessarily want him at City, but... I hope Jadon wins the Champions League. He deserves it. What to play? What, Jadon Sancho? There's quite a lot of English players involved in the... involved in the Champions League, considering there's no English teams left, which is something you don't normally associate with English players. I prefer that, though.
You don't like to touch balls? So I love it. So, yeah, come.
I can't believe Pep said it. You don't like to touch balls? Madrid are actually sort of trying to half play football now. Wait, who is Dortmund's best Englishman, Jack? Is there another one? Who's the other one? Who's the other English player? Excuse me, guys. I think I'm getting a bit of a cold, guys. I'm gonna say it quietly, but I think I'm getting a bit of a cold. My throat this morning was all really claggy. Ugh. Jack, I don't know who the hell that is. Jamie Bino Gittins. That's not a real name. Come on now. It is, Tom. Vinicius had a chance there. Neuer able to clear it in the end. Is that Rodrigo falling over? He didn't ask for a foul, to be fair. Is Rodrigo from playing? He's been pretty absent. As had Bellingham outside the. Bellingham, I think he won one free kick. That's the only good thing he's done in the game. He's given away the ball a lot. A lot. I feel like he's got tackled quite a bit. Hey yo. Hey yo. Cruz is booked. Where's he from? City's Academy? Oh, fair place. And for me, it's another disappointing outing by Bellingham so far. Bellingham's been a bit stinky. Yeah. Camavinga's on now. I like him a lot. Bellingham's mainly been swimming, says Carnival, yeah. As he was against City, I could not believe the reaction of some people slash, tactical accounts, whatever, in the light of that Real Madrid penalty shootout victory. I was so convinced I was Musiala. That is brilliant. That's a foul. Should be a booking as well. Musiala did brilliantly well there. I just couldn't believe what I can only describe as outcome analysis. I watched those two legs. I watched Bellingham be shit in those both legs. I don't care if he held up well for their goal. Ultimately, that was because Walker fell over. I'm not denying that he was fine and it was good in that one moment, but I just. People were talking about how unbelievable he was and he was perfect and he was a world-class outlet. Guys, he did it once, maybe twice. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why is he getting praised for what Haaland gets criticised for? And that's all he did. What are we doing? And it's the exact same today. That's lovely. Musiala is fucking great. If we didn't have Foden, guys, I'd be so interested. Oh, it just goes wide. There's going to be a corner Bayern looking for a third here. I love Musiala. Good point, Jamie. Oh, nearly by Harold. Maybe Carnivore, maybe. And it's in my interest for Bellingham to be good, by the way. Because I'm English, I want him to do well at the Euros and the World Cup. But I just think it's very weird. The PR machine is too strong. Oh, Dyer headed it straight at the keeper. What a shame. That was a free header. Should be doing so much better there, Eric. Bayern are pushing for a third goal here. They probably feel like they need it. Is a manager who plays similar style to Pep that can beat him to a league title, asks Andrew. I think Arteta's got the potential to do it. But unless City have an off-season, which they are having now, to be fair, I don't see Arteta beating Pep City unless City have an off-season. This could be the year, because we are having an off-season for our standards. I'd be amazed. I'd be amazed if he had an off-season, if we have an off-season next year. Amazed. Given what we think we know about the transfer window anyway. Can Real Madrid equalise? Bellingham again loses the ball. But don't worry, guys. He's been a brilliant outlet today, so he's been world class. He hasn't. He's been stinky again. Do you think if Salah was at City and went to Pep, would he be sold? Oh, you mean if they disagreed and Pep doesn't stand for that shit long term? If it's like a little spat, then it's a bit different. But if it's like Dyer's got to so much better with that header, then yeah, he's not against ditching you. I don't know, John. I know he's only got like a year or so left, but let's be honest, guys. He's going to sign an extension with Bayern, so it would be a pipe dream anyway. He's going to sign an extension. We all know this. It's all a power ploy, a power play. So yeah, no, I can't believe that's his middle name. What's happening in the Ipswich game, Toby? I'd like Ipswich to come up. When was the last time they were in the Prem? Their time. City fans over at Grealish because he's City player, but also very much because he's English. I don't think I overrate Grealish. I know how important he is to City. The Championship is weird. No one wants to win it. It was like, do you remember that season? I think it was like when Unai was at Arsenal. No one wanted... Hello, Scorpio. No one wanted to get that 4th spot. Like, Spurs didn't want it. Arsenal didn't want it. I think Chelsea ultimately got it. Oh, Musiala is so fucking good, man. He's so good. I love him. He's like the German Phil Foden. Oh, he's so good. I love him. Look at his long legs. It's a shame Foden had long legs, guys. He'd be even better. Scorpio, your wish has been granted as things stand. Bayern have easily been the better side. Yeah, he won't leave Bayern. No chance. No chance. Right, corner. Lunin didn't really deal with it. Is that another corner? I think it might be. Modric is not on. Modric doesn't start for Real Madrid anymore. Is Musiala the best dribbler in the world? Probably not. I don't know who the best would be. Instinctively, I'm going to say no, though. He's very good at it, though. Then Mr. Carver House says, Jason, he will be available for the next leg. He only has to dribble with cones. Well, it's worked out for him. Everyone else should get cones. Probably Messi, Toby, to be honest. Dyer again. Oh, and nearly fell to a Bayern player. Real Madrid are living on the edge here. Yeah, when Bernardo wants to switch it on, he can out-dribble anyone. I mean, technically, no, I think objectively, Doku's the best dribbler in the world, isn't he? That switched out. Oh, that ball is so bad. Lehmann would have been in. Yeah, I think from like a statistical standpoint, I'm pretty sure Doku's technically the best dribbler. I think. It was really good by Guerrero. Sorry, Mazraoui. Because with dribbling, you can actually quantify it. In terms of, like, you know, like successful take-ons or whatever. So Doku might be the one. Because he's ridiculous. He is mental. Jack, it'll be lights out. It would be lights out. Excuse me again, guys. Is there an equaliser? Doku's going to improve big. We're already seeing it. He already has improved a lot compared to when he started. When he had that slump. When he came back. He's going to be brilliant. Yeah, that was a great one, Bendiv. It's such a shame Foden wasn't able to finish that one. Wasn't that when, like, Van Dijk fell over or something? That was brilliant dribbling. Real Madrid in the Bayern box. Crossed it. Oh, nearly fell to Mendy, I think that was. Bayern deal with it. If only Kane had any pace, man. If only. Sadly, he's absolutely lethargic in that respect. Andrew says Doku's an awful footballer. Not sure about that one, Andrew. He's actually quite good at the football. Mr. reminds you of Ribéry. Oh, what a player he was, man. Love Franck. Ribéry and Robben was... That front three was ridiculous. Lewandowski, Ribéry and Robben Weather. Was mental. How was that legal? How? As we were watching Madrid, Liverpool, and there's so many goofy moments. Oh, I think both keepers like absolutely shafted them. Nitin, I don't want him at City for the reasons I've discussed. If it's a case of Musiala or Paquetá, but again, I've said it before. Musiala's one of my favorite players to watch, and I love him. It's not about individuals; it's about the system. It's about what would be best for City. I was saying it before. Musiala is Bayern's Foden. I don't want two Fodens in my team. That sounds like a ploy, Toby. So I'm not going to do that. That sounds like you're trying to trick me. So I refuse. Free kick to Real Madrid. Kroos, ball in. Bayern, clear. That's nice by Leroy. And Musiala gives it away. You silly Billy. Kroos is fouled. I don't, Toby. But that sounds like a naughty thing. Is that blackmail situation? Oh, yeah, that. I think I know what you mean. Modric is coming on, boys. As is Brahim. Bellingham's off. Wow, okay. I mean, he's been shit, so that's fairs. Do you think Leroy's better at Musiala's age? How old is Musiala? What season are we working with? What season are we talking about? He's 21. When was Leroy Sané 21? When was Leroy 21? He would have been 21 7 years ago. So 17. So the Centurion season. I'm probably taking Leroy then, to be honest. I'm pretty sure that was the season where Sané only missed out on the assist, trophy by 1 because De Bruyne got it on the last day of the season. Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah, I'd go Leroy. Just about edge it. If we're talking about Centurion, formidable Leroy Sané, I can't look past him, to be honest. Love them both. 2-1 Ipswich. Crazy. Yeah, that was mad. What was going on with like Benzema and that French national side? What was happening? Excuse me. Again, good defending by Rudiger. Excuse me. Phase and see in the future. Tell me more. Hooked. Who's your profile picture, Jack? Yeah, it's another. It's a third game in a row where he's been poor. To be honest, I didn't watch all of the Leipzig games, so I don't know how he played there. Well, he's at least 3 in a row. "30 minutes left. Can Bayern hang on? Can Real Madrid get an equaliser? Can Bayern get a third?" You're pretty sure you don't even know your own profile picture. What a little fraud you are. Little rat man. Pacing football tricks. Boom's thinking players like Mbappe, Docker, Rashford are good dribblers. Well, yeah, Vinicius is much more of a he wants to knock the ball past you than actually dribble at you sort of vibe. I think Musiala's better than Bellingham, personally. I think I've maintained that since I first fell in love with Musiala last season. Or whenever it was. Was it the season before? I don't know. I like Musiala a lot. Oh, fairs, Jack. Your profile picture's me, Tom. Diaz is a good dribbler too. He shits the bed too much, I guess so, Andrew, doesn't he? That would be the complaint there. Don't win the Dortmund win the Champions League, Spain wins Euros, Rodri wins the Ballon d'Or. Can you imagine? Oh, Vinicius Jr. is in here. Takes a shot straight at Neuer. Corner. He was strong there, was Neuer. Because he's got the stats, City, till I die, and because he plays for Real Madrid, that's why. And because he's got the PR. It was a very good ball by Modric. Here's one example of that. So, like, it was a very nice gesture. So, like, it was an England game. Corner Real Madrid, spine clear it. There was an England game, and England went out in, like, these really nice jackets. Oh, edge of the box, and it's offside anyway. And it got to, like, you know, like, and he had, like, the player mascots in front of them. And it was raining. It was, like, not nice weather. And Bellingham, like, gave his coat to the mascot. Like, you know. Which is lovely. But a massive song and dance was made about it. And again, it's a very lovely, nice, courteous thing to be done. But, like, Foden had already done that. Like, beforehand. Like, before they'd even left the tunnel, like, Foden had seen it was raining and he gave his mascot his jacket before they'd even gone out and walked out. So it's obviously very nice that Bellingham was getting that plaudits for being nice, and it's fair enough. But Foden did it as well. He wasn't the only one. And again, I think that's a really good example of that very powerful PR. I don't normally like to believe in that sort of thing, but I can't really look past it. Because it's just so... it's just so blatant. You got a Big Mac, big up Scorpio. When was the last time Walker and Rodri left on the floor by someone? It's a good point, Andrew. I thought Rodri did well in that moment, to be fair. But that's because he was up against Walker, Andrew. So yeah, that's why he might. That's why he's the. I think he's the favourite to win it. Even though I don't think he should be. I don't order burgers from McDonald's. I get like chicken selects and chicken nuggets, and I prefer KFC nowadays anyway. I'll be honest, guys. Sorry to all those McDonald's lovers out there. McDonald's have got complacent with their fries. KFC have overtaken them, and KFC do better chicken. And I order chicken from McDonald's. And in my opinion, Burger King do better burgers. So I'm like, what's going on? Oh, he's given a penalty. Oh, wow. Okay, Rodrigo's apparently won a penalty. Was that Kimmich who... Oh, so Kim who gave it away. What an idiot. That looked very, very soft compared to the first one. I will say that much. It's definitely, yes, a penalty. Kim is not having a good game, man. He's picked up that Upamecano gene. Yeah, it's a penalty. Definitely a penalty. You can say it's very soft, John, but it's got to be a penalty for me. Kim not having a good time. Carnivore, have you not tried those new KFC fries, or relatively new KFC fries, the seasoned ones? I'm sorry, but they clear McDonald's fries nowadays. Yeah, Kim's had an absolute stinker today. An absolute meh. Napoli Caesar was a fluke, yeah. And it would be Vinicius to get the brace. And in my opinion, this will be an undeserved point, draw. But you can't make mistakes like this
really not to,
in the Champions League semi-final.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
You can't make two goal-causing mistakes in one game from one player. That is unforgivable. And it's Vinicius to take. Can Neuer be Bayern's hero, or will it be 2-2? Lolo, what the hell? It is Vinny. And he goes down the middle, and it's an easy goal, and it's 2-2. There we go. Yeah, 2-2, guys. And there we go. Real Madrid will probably be going to the Bernabeu with Again, in my opinion, an undeserved result, to be honest. I said 2-1. It probably should have been 2-1 if Kim wasn't an idiot. I mean, if Kim wasn't an idiot, it would be 2-0, but you get what I mean. Yeah, it just goes down the middle in the end. Neuer dived. No, do you believe Walker was lying when he said Trent has improved in defending? I don't know what I think about Walker in his interviews. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird with some of the stuff he comes out with. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you, yeah? If there is any Real Madrid player who should be winning the Ballon d'Or, surely it's got to be Vinicius. Surely? If there's going to be a Real Madrid player to win it, then it should be Vinicius. Oh, Dharma, Kim is so poor, but better than can't. Sadly, they've passed on that gene. He's passed on the bozo gene, as they call it. Brazil tax is dead. It won't happen. When did the Brazil tax die? Any ghosts in the league? I mean, league's not even really that relevant. Again, it's all about the Champions League. He's probably offside there. Gnabry. Linesman's kept his flag down. I can't speak. Gnabry takes a shot. It's well wide and over. Carnival, maybe. Gnabry. I just don't like him, Fairs Jack. I mean, I don't like him either. I think he's a little diving weasel who's a little bit overrated, but if we talk again, we all know that the Champions League is the most heavily weighted competition when it comes to the Ballon d'Or. Vinicius has clearly been better, so yeah. Well, Brazil can win Copa America Faizan. Copa America's happening this summer as well, so if Brazil win it, why not? Ballon d'Or is stupid, Scorpio. I tell you what was the most stupid award I think I've maybe ever seen. I think this is the stupidest football awards decision in like history. When Saka won Young Player of the Year last year over Haaland, who won Player of the Year. Objectively, that makes 0 sense. 0 sense. Because clearly Haaland was better because he won Player of the Year. So by definition, because he qualified for Young Player of the Year, he also should have won Young Player of the Year. But he didn't, for some mental reason. It doesn't matter how good Saka was that year. The only question is, was Saka better than Haaland last year? Obviously not. Then he shouldn't win it then. Because Haaland was eligible for both. But for some mental reason, he didn't win it. Objectively, that is the worst footballing award in history. I don't think you'll find a worse one than that. That is worse than Nedved winning it over Henry, because Nedved actually had a decent claim for it. That's worse than Cannavaro winning in 2006, the Ballon d'Or. I don't know what else. That might be the worst one in all of sport. I don't even know, just because of how absurd that concept is. If Real Madrid win the Champions League and Brazil, England win in the summer. Wait, what? Oh, you mean who wins the Ballon d'Or then? I guess it depends on their respective tournaments and like what happens in the Champions League final. Mazraoui is a good tackle. Just about wins it. Goal kick. Very good tackle, to be fair. I did not Scorpio. Each to their own. If he wants to wear eyeshadow, he can do that. He can do that if he wants. It's not for me, but you know. If you guys are real OGs, I think it's only Jack who'll remember here. I put eyeshadow on once for a stream because we had a charity stream and we had a forfeit if we got to the amount that we were going to raise. I said that Mrs. Nobbins would do my makeup live on stream, and that's what we did. So, you know, I looked very beautiful. We raised a lot of money for charity. Good times. Saka's better publicity after missing the pen in the finals, just says John. Maybe. Ha! Of how Diaz, like, was on the floor and just, like, got hit in the face with the ball. That's such a yellow card, such an unnecessary foul. You don't remember that? Jack, that's outrageous. Wait, do you remember the charity stream, though, Jack? Surely you remember that. Do you not remember, like, we said, like, one of the goals is going to be do my makeup? It was years ago, to be fair. It's like 3 years ago. Crazy. That was... the one that didn't... That was the first one. We did it for charity. We did it for mental health. And we played... what did we do? We watched, like, a Kieran Rants stream. We had, like, a phone in. We watched a game. I can't remember what game we watched, but we watched a game. We played games. Then we played a lot of Fall Guys, if memory serves. I had to eat jelly beans. Mrs. Nobbins came on. We had a Q&A. Imagine Barca getting Nunes and Diaz. They couldn't afford them. They can't even afford... They've labelled Bernardo Silva's £50 million release clause as extortionate. Like what? Yeah, Carnivore, yeah, to be fair. Are you thinking of New Romantics? Ball in. I thought I was going to give another penalty then. But no, it's a foul. Really, Jack? How long have you been following for then, Jack? Can you do a followage for me? How did we meet? Well, we initially met at work. But that's not when we got together. We got together like a year after that. It was like a part-time, or like, you know, like a temporary summer job. Jack, I thought you'd been following longer. Oh, maybe not. Maybe because it would have been. It would have been like, as I say, 3 years ago. I think. It was good. I think we raised like 300 quid or something for charity. It was great. I only wanted to raise like 100. But as I say, we raised like 300. It was brilliant. She was seeing someone, Faizan. And also, like, I didn't... Because like, we weren't, like... living near one another at that point either. So I wasn't, like, always in contact with her. No, didn't have an affair. I only made a move when she obviously like had like left him, and he was a freak anyway. And then like enough time had passed to make it not weird. I stalked her for a year. She decided that she no, stop it. This did not happen. We were basically we were friends beforehand. We hadn't like seen each other in like however many months. We like, you know, like occasionally like messaged or whatever. And I like, you know, made my move. And it worked. I've got a 100% ratio, guys. If you ever need dating advice, I'm your man. Love that from you, Harrison. Thank you, mate. Can we hear your best pickup line? I don't do pickup lines. Because they are corny and weird. Kane into the box. Oh, he could have gone down there, maybe. Chumani lunged in recklessly. He lunged in recklessly. I'm very surprised Kane didn't take the bait. I want to see a replay on that. It must have been tight. And this is probably going to be full time. 2-2, a Desmond. That's a lovely pass, John. You're not wrong. Faizan, don't worry about it, mate. In terms of, like, actual girlfriends, yeah. Jesus, Carnivore. What sort of person do you think I am? What's your good pickup line, Jack? Let's hear it. Full time! Full time in the game. 2-2 in the end. Real Madrid will be very, very happy with that. Once again, in my opinion, that is like their 4th game in a row in this competition where I don't think they deserved anything from it, probably. But we all know how Real Madrid operate. They will continue to hang on to their luck, I suppose is the term. I don't know. But Bayern will feel annoyed they didn't capitalize enough. Kim, if anyone else is available, he's got to get dropped because he was absolutely terrible. He was at fault for both goals. Yeah, Bayern left them alive 100%. And it puts Real Madrid in the driving seat, that's for sure. Yeah, it was another bad performance by a fair few Real Madrid players. I heard your female protective tastes like disgust. Jack, that is disgusting. Yeah, thank you, Lolo. That is disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. Please never use that again. Madrid have a higher XG. Wow. Guys, thanks so much. We're going to do tomorrow morning, 11 a.m, Touchline Talk, the weekly show. So make sure to join me for that. It'll be a Q&A situation. We'll also be discussing like football topics in general. I'll maybe try. Maybe we'll do an extended Enzo versus De Bruyne situation because that was ridiculous. And yes, so 11 a.m. on the YouTube Touchline Talk. Make sure to join me for that. If you haven't turned your notifications on, click that little bell on YouTube so you always get notified for whenever we go live. To all, it ends here, guys. Until then, have a lovely rest of your evening. And I'll see you. As I say, I'll see you tomorrow, bright and early, 11 a.m. for Touchline Talk with Nobbins. Goodbye, guys.